This is how I make fat loss easier. Both of these plates are 480 calories. And if you're like, wait a second, this looks like more food. Well, let me explain. This plate has 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. This plate has 1 tablespoon of peanut butter. This plate has 2 tablespoons of chia seeds. This plate has 1 tablespoon of chia seeds. This plate has a bigger piece of bread. This plate has a smaller piece of bread. And you see, calories don't equal fullness. Even though they're the same amount of calories, one will keep you full longer, one will not. Both of these plates are healthier. However, as you can see, this has 14 grams of protein. This plate has 28 grams of protein because I added an egg muffin onto the side. This plate is what's probably going to keep me satisfied for hours. This plate, it's still healthy, but I'll probably be hungrier an hour later. And that is how you eat for fat loss. So if you're feeling frustrated, if you're not seeing results, if you're wondering why does this work, well today I'm gonna be covering 3 key components that you need to include on your plate in order to eat for fat loss. The first thing you need to include is including lean sources of protein. So what are lean sources of protein exactly? Well, first I wanna mention they're not your protein powders, they're not your protein bars. So you gotta stop depending on those sources in order to get enough protein in a day. They have a lot of processed ingredients that can really mess with your digestion and really mess with your gut health. So what should you eat instead? Here are some examples of lean sources of protein. We got chicken breast, we got eggs, egg whites, turkey, any type of white fish. So this includes tilapia, tuna, mahi-mahi. Any lean cuts of beef. If you're gonna do ground beef, I would aim for minimum 90% to 95% leanness. So non-fat plain Greek yogurt, cottage cheese. If you are vegan, you can aim for tofu, any type of bean or lentils. For your protein intake, you should be aiming anywhere between 0.7 to 1 gram per pound of body weight. The next thing you should include in your meals for fat loss is fiber. Fiber will help a lot with digestion. It also keeps you full longer without adding too many calories into your day of eating. So what are some examples of fiber sources? Well, the top ones here I listed are gonna be berries. So you got blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, chia seeds, flax seeds. You got beans, oats, barley, any fruit or veggie to be honest, but if you wanna make the most out of, if you wanna make hitting your fiber intake goal easier, I would aim for these top 3 right here. You should aim for anywhere between 20 to 25 grams of fiber per day. The last component that you should include on your plate for fat loss are volume foods. Your brain loves to see a full plate of food. So these are foods that are going to add more space onto your plate without adding too many calories into your day of eating. So for example, any fruit or vegetable that have a higher water content. So in this case, I've listed celery, bell peppers, you could include spinach, mixed greens. A lot of these foods contain high volume, so it'll take up more space on your plate, but the calories are gonna be super low. For fruit, we got watermelon. What did I include? Berries, I included oranges. So honestly, any fruit or vegetable, but think about the water content and think about the amount of sugar or amount of starch or calories that are gonna be in each component. So let's put this into real life examples. For example, let's compare a bowl of chips. That's gonna be this many calories. Now let's compare the same amount of calories for a bowl of popcorn. As you can see, you get way more popcorn versus chips, but you're still consuming the same amount of calories. Now let's say you have 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, and then you have a Greek yogurt bowl with fruit and 1 tablespoon of peanut butter. You're still enjoying your peanut butter, but you're not adding the extra calories from the fat into your diet. Instead, you're replacing it with the Greek yogurt, which has the protein, and you're adding some volume and fiber into your snack by adding the berries. If you're going out to eat, let's say you get pizza, for example, right? Let's say you have pizza and you only have maybe 3 slices. Now on this side, let's say you still enjoy pizza, but you have 1 slice instead and you get a big salad with a side of chicken and a side of dressing. So you see, you can still enjoy your pizza, but you're consuming less calories because you ordered that big salad with protein. So if you want to lose fat without feeling miserable, make sure you include those 3 components. So first one again, we got protein. Second, we got fiber. third one, we got volume foods. It's not about eating like a bird, it's about understanding your portions and where your calories come from. Thank you so much guys for watching. I would appreciate it if you like and subscribe this video and our channel for new upcoming videos coming your way. If you want access to workouts, more nutrition tips, more educational tips in general, and an amazing community of women, feel free to join our free hybridburn community down in the description box with the link, and you'll get access to a ton more information like this.